Hey guys, welcome to another episode of 5 Minute Friday. You guys are loving these videos. Thank you so much for all the love and support on them. Today's video is going to be about the Neverfull versus the GM, so let's get started. So right off the bat, you can tell the size difference, just like last week's video, how I compared the 25 Speedy versus the 35 Speedy. These have a pretty big jump. So there is the front view. Here is the side view, and then the bottom like footprint is a huge difference. Hopefully I'm getting a good view there. Just because I carry the GM size doesn't mean that I actually put more in it. It just gives a different vibe. The is a little bit more structured in my opinion, especially in this particular print. So the Abine print with the treated leather here versus the Vachetta here with the monogram and the Azure. This one, in whichever size you get, is going to end up looking a little bit slouchier, whereas this one is going to always be a little bit more structured. And the side is going to be more structured than the GM, but just in general, this print is going to be more structured than this print. Here is what the two bags look like on me. So you can see the is a great size. The GM is obviously a lot larger, but in my opinion, it just gives a different vibe. I love them both. So you can actually wear both of them with the sides put in if you want to. I'll go ahead and show you really quickly with the GM. That's what it looks like. And then here it is with the if you want. Here is what the bags look like with the side cinched in. So I'll be honest, I have never worn the with the side cinched in, but I know in the past I've had a few of you guys ask to see what it looks like. So I just figured I would go ahead and include that in this video. Once the sides of the GM are cinched in, I just feel like it makes it look like a completely different bag. The bottoms are still really big, but it's a much more size friendly. If you're worried about that, it's a much more size friendly bag in my opinion. Whereas I kind of think the looks a little bit funny cinched in, but like I said, I know a few of you guys have asked for that in the past. Another thing that I like to show in regards to these two is the interior pocket. The GM size pocket is much larger than the size. If you're worried about security, since the Neverfull doesn't have a zipper closing, this is going to be able to fit your wallet, your phone, your keys, no problem, and then everything else in the middle. Obviously that's assuming that you're traveling or something. And then this one is a lot smaller. You still can fit a few essentials in there, but it's just a much smaller pouch. Here's another shot so you can see the proportions on my body. Again, I am 5'1½", and I think they both look great. I get a lot of people that think that this one is going to be too large for them, that are around the same height as me, some even a little taller than me. I completely disagree. To me, this one just gives a different vibe. This one is all tote in my opinion. It looks like a tote all the time, whereas this one, I feel like depending on how you fill it, it starts to look really saggy and slouchy, and I just love the effortless casual vibe of the GM size. As far as price goes, just like the Speedies, the comparison between the and the GM is very minimal, so I wouldn't necessarily say the pricing should be a factor in your choice. You really need to decide which size works for you and your lifestyle. I think they're both great work bags. They're both great travel bags. It is just how much you want it to hold and the look that you are going for. I personally feel like the looks like a tote. It looks like a very traditional tote. It does hold its shape a little bit better because of the proportions of it and the size. And the GM, in my opinion, is like the essential travel bag. You can fit everything you could possibly think of and more in this bag, but it still gives you a very casual, effortless vibe. I personally love the slouch of this bag. Once it's full, it does give a slouch, but in my opinion, it's like a cozy sweater. I always like to say that this one's kind of like a cozy sweater. So I love that this one is so relaxed. I don't personally wear a base shaper or organizer in either of these two bags, but I could see how adding a base shaper or organizer would be nice and really convenient and just allow you to utilize the space a little bit more efficiently. So I think these two bags would do really well with an organizer or base shaper. In my opinion, if you could get both, I definitely like getting the Abine and the size and the monogram and the GM size. There's something to me that the monogram just works really nicely with the GM size. It adds to the slouchiness, it adds to the casual vibe of this bag, whereas the Abine actually adds to the structure of the size. So I love them both. I really can't say one or the other. I just reach for them for different occasions, different situations. I always take this. I almost always travel with this one, if that helps. Whereas I do find that this one is a great bag for holding my laptop and things like that because it's a little bit more structured. So that is it, guys. Thank you guys for sticking around for another episode of 5 Minute Friday. Please make sure to put all your 5 Minute Friday requests down below in the comments. If you are new to my channel, my name is Amanda. It is so nice to meet you. I hope you hit that subscribe button, that notification button, and stick around and join the YouTube family. But I will see you guys in my next YouTube video. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Mwah.